But most panhandlers are not homeless. So what should you do when you are approached by someone who's asking for money? Archie Snowden is live and on your side to answer that question. Archie, what did you find out?
Well, some who travel their normal route around Birmingham may have seen an increase in panhandlers when they're driving. It can be completely overwhelming. The safest way to handle this situation is also a very tough situation. You see someone who is in need of money or holding a sign for food for himself or his family.
But we're not wanting to facilitate life on the street.
And that, according to Brian Keene, what may be the result is when your compassion leads to giving a panhandler money. Keene is the director at Brother Brian Mission. Keene has seen the homeless population increase dramatically. The main reason, he says, drugs have increased so much, the tactics from abusers have led to compassion for givers.
If you are going to meet a need, we recommend find out, is it food, is it housing, is it clothing, what is it, the need that you may have. We would, let's seek to meet that specific need.
In July, the Alabama City Council approved an ordinance that strengthens the enforcement against those who are caught panhandling. The law includes fines and even jail time for violators, but the laws have not deterred what seems to be a growing issue.
While people are trying to get into programs like that, often you'll find them on the street just doing what they can to survive. And those that aren't ready to make a commitment to long-term program, often you'll see them, out petitioning for money.
Now, Keene says the best thing to do is to not offer money, but to offer services like the Brother Brian Mission and continue to offer those services so they can get help that they need.
Well, new tonight live at 5 at Birmingham Elementary School today, mourning the loss and shooting death of one of its teachers.
Archie Snowden joins us live at 5. He's been learning more about 53-year-old Orlando Robinson. Tell us, Archie, what have you learned?
Well, Mr. Robin was a second-grade teacher at the West End Academy in Birmingham. The shooting happened on Sunday night at 1st Street South on Sunday night. Officers found Robinson dead in the street after being shot. Investigators say some sort of fight happened just before the shooting. Birmingham State Representative Marika Coleman knew Orlando Robinson.
Just so unfortunate, so sad that a person that had so much promise, single father, doing what he's supposed to be doing, not living the type of lifestyle that people would think where a person would end up with this senseless crime happening to them.
Now, the Birmingham City Schools did issue a statement on part of the district saying, our heart goes out to his family, friends, and school community. Archie Snowden, WBRC, Fox 6 News, on your side.
Well, from now on, is our healthcare system ready for a national emergency?
UAB is working today to prepare to answer that question during a multi-state drill or test, if you will. Archie Snowden is live at 5 with the early results of that test. Archie?
Well, it was like a scene from a movie. Medical officials racing around trying to figure out what happened with this infectious disease. Well, the staff here at UAB Highlands Emergency Department went through a lifelike drill to see if they are ready. The drill sets the patient here at Highland Emergency Room. The patient has traveled from a tour of Africa where the Ebola virus is present, and the patient has symptoms of infection. The emergency response staff's responsibility is to take the necessary precautions in recognizing that the patient has a serious infectious disease.
Did staff respond appropriately? And number two, was the system in place?
That leads to the main question of the drill. Does the procedures at the hospital cover the entire process? For the emergency room to the patient transportation unit equipped with the special isolation facilities and to more restrictive facilities that can handle a patient with Ebola or any other infectious diseases.
I think we're as prepared as we can be. At UAB, we have an emergency management committee that represents all the various disciplines in the hospital, all the business functions of the hospital. And we meet on a regular basis, and we've done threat assessments as to what potential risks we might face, what potential threats we might face. I think we're in a good place right now with the amount of effort we've put into this and the training that we have done on an ongoing basis.
Now, today was the first of 2 drill sessions to be held this week for UAB. The Georgia Department of Health is holding these sessions for the next 2 weeks through 6 different states. At UAB, Archie Snowden, WBRC, Fox 6 News, on your side.
Well, the city of Alabama. Changing gears now, as the temperatures take a dip, we're on your side with a warning for a modern-day convenience from one Alabama police department. Archie Snowden joins us live at 5, taking a closer look at potential problems associated with those remote car starting things. How about it, Archie?
Well, the New York Times reported at least 28 deaths in 2016 from carbon monoxide poisoning. That was due to cars with keyless ignitions that were left idling. Keyless ignitions are now installed in over half of the new vehicles sold in the United States, according to Edmunds.com. There are several factors when determining if it is safe and legal to use a remote start. First on that list, check to make sure that the car is not stored inside.
If you're in a garage and you start your car in the morning and you let it run, your garage is going to fill up with carbon monoxide, and potentially your car may fill up with carbon monoxide as well. And as most people know, that can kill you.
Some call carbon monoxide the silent killer. Most common threats of death from poisoning is from a gas stove or furnace. But with the advance of technology and keyless entry, there are more opportunities for carbon monoxide to kill more than ever before. Since 2006, according to Edmunds, 37 people have died and 80 people have been injured from starting the car in the garage.
We do hear from time to time people that start their car in an enclosed area like that and forget about it, and usually they dodge a bullet on those kind of things, but you never know. You can't be too careful with that type of thing.
Now, at the very least, Ingram says to install a carbon monoxide detector in your home because it's better to be safe than sorry. Archie Snowden, WBRC, Fox 6 News, on your side.
Well, weather every 6.
That remote start in your car is now a common convenience, but if used improperly, that common convenience can have damaging results.
The Shelby County